Another episode of the Seattle Shoe Guy. Today I'm going to talk to you about a brand that I admire quite a bit. It's an old Florentine brand, Salvatore Ferragamo. Now, in one of my previous videos I did say I would never buy a Salvatore Ferragamo shoe that is not a Tremezza. Tremezza is the top of the line. There's a rumor that Paolo Stafora is the one who makes the Tremezza shoes. However, I have a pair of non-Tremezza Salvatore Ferragamo shoe, and I thought I'll do a review. Now, to tell you the truth, this particular shoe is a single month. I actually have to give it a good shine because the moisture gets into these shoes and it's not very good. This is a pretty old one, but I've used it fairly well. It's a high-end brand, right? It's a branded shoe. However, the construction on this is pretty good. The leathers they source is fantastic, so very soft, very supple. The construction is good, but it doesn't have the aesthetics of a small a company that purely makes shoes. For example, so let's go through the details. This is a single month Salvatore Ferragamo, their main line, right? The label used to be there, it's been rubbed off now. It is fully lined, even the soft line goes all the way in. That's one of Salvatore Ferragamo's aspects. The fudging is good. The stitch density is very high, right? Single mount brass buckle. Leather is very soft. This is in the Cordovan dark. Actually, this is a brown, reddish brown color. It's very light. I believe this is a blade constructed shoe with hidden stitching. The stitching is hidden. You can see the line that the stitching is, and it's coming out in the areas that is pretty worn. So it's a good shoe. The price for these shoes have gone up tremendously. If I was to buy this shoe today, I would not pay more than $400. However, for Salvatore Ferragamo's standard line, they are about $600 to $700 a pair. That's way too much. I can buy for $450, $500 a Laszlo Vaz, which is hand welted pair of shoes compared to a Ferragamo. Ferragamo, however, comes up with some very interesting lasts and styles where they are a little bit fashion forward, being Italian. They will stand the test of time because they're well constructed. There's no loose threads. There's nothing that I can say it is not up to standard. But it is a shoe where I don't see any beveling, flat, nicely done sole. And this is an older pair, so I don't know how the quality has stood. They even have the little decorative, aesthetics of a best sports shoemaker. Even at the bottom they put the little, and they did a good job. I enjoy this shoe, don't get me wrong, but will I pay $700, $800 for this pair of shoe? Absolutely not. Will I buy a pair of mainline? I would never buy the Studio, but a mainline pair for about $400. If it was very appealing, I would, yes, absolutely buy it for about $400. $750, $800 for a shoe like this? Absolutely not. So it's a pair of Salvatore Ferragamo. I enjoy this pair. It's served me well, and I'm looking forward to wearing this as well as occasion arises. But other than that, it's not a bad. The leather, however, is fantastic. Companies like Ferragamo's and all these large shoe companies like Church's, they can source the best leather from the best tanneries. So that I would give it to them. Their workmanship is good, not great. They are very standard, and I think if I'm going to spend $700-800, I would definitely go with someone like Was, or even someone I would go to made to measure with a company like Edward Green, or so forth. Even Trotter and Jones. I mean, they are great shoe companies. But for $400, absolutely, have at it, right? So that's my review of Ferragamo. I know some of you all are big fans of Salvatore Ferragamo. Give a chance to a few other shoemakers. I mean, I would spend $350-400 on CNES from Singapore before I buy a Ferragamo, anything above 400. All right, have a great day.